Plaintiff Dana Ware says she and the defendant were on the same dance team in high school, and they became friends. Dana claims the defendant became promiscuous, and once, after a fight over a man, they didn't speak for 6 months. Dana's suing her former friend for a loan. Defendant Malaysia Howard says it is very hurtful that Dana claims she is promiscuous because she is in the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority and their reputation is extremely important to them. Malaysia's countersuing because she claims Dana has been harassing her.
Start with you.
I know Malaysia through high school. We were really good friends in high school. We pretty much got really close. We were on a dance team together. We performed at different events. We worked with inner city children. We had competitions. I was captain. She was my co-captain. So we got really close. After high school, we went to college, went our separate ways. We still remained close, but hadn't really seen each other a whole lot. But we did talk on the phone when she needed anything or needed to talk. I was there and vice versa. So we got in like this little argument over about, basically I had a boyfriend, she didn't. She was starting to pledge for a sorority. She started acting really funny like around that time. She started being the party girl, upping her numbers.
Okay.
And she was the typical sorority girl.
Does that mean men?
Yeah, that means more men? Is that what you mean?
Yes. They wouldn't go that route, but yeah.
Up in your numbers.
Okay, so we had this argument. We ended up not speaking for 6 months. June 1st, I get a text from Malaysia, and she's like, are you still mad at me? And I'm like, no, like the argument that we had in December, I'm done with it. Like, it's petty. She's like, okay, that was her key in the door. As soon as I said I was not upset, she's like, well, I need a big favor. I don't have anybody else to depend on but you. I need money for school. So I was like, how much do you need? She's like, it's a lot to ask for, but I need $1,500. I'm like, okay, I don't really have a whole lot either. I work, but I go to school as well.
Were
so
you
like,
over 10?
I graduated. I'm a nurse now. Mm-hmm. She's still in school. She goes to UT, University of Toledo.
Okay. Let me hear from you before we get to the loan specifics.
Okay. First of all, yes, Dana's correct. I've been knowing her for over 10 years now. We were in honor classes together as well as on the high stepping team. Actually, I won captain. And she cried away in the door to get the captain position.
No, just
yeah,
that good.
You did.
Okay,
but I won the position.
MVP that year too. So
and I got the high GPA as well.
High GPA, MVP. Sorry,
which one is more important, grades or you attending? Come on now. Once again.
Did she graduate?
Yeah, I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse.
Yes, I have.
Still working for
so you have your degree?
Yeah, she has hers too, and that's her big thing now.
Yeah, I have 2 degrees. I'm in my master's program for 2 more degrees. I'll be going to get my MD next year.
You be getting your what?
Yes, I do. I have 2 degrees, Your Honor. I have 2 degrees.
Nurse, and she's begging me for money.
Where's your degree?
No, Danny, you have a 2-year degree. You have a 2-year degree.
She brought her degree.
Yeah.
I'll show you mine.
Thank you.
You can go on the Ohio Board of Nurses.
It don't have your name on it though.
Whoa.
Don't have your name on this.
That's what they give you at graduation. That's what they give you at graduation, and they send it out. It takes a while. As you can see, Dana says a lot of things.
What about this up in your numbers? Run that by me.
Yes.
That's the first I've heard that term.
First of all, let me get to that. That's really hurtful of Dana. I couldn't believe that she just said that. And I feel really disrespected that she got my sorority, the typical sorority thing involved. The typical sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
AKA.
Yes, as it should be addressed. We have high standards. Those are my friends,
and when I was in college, AKAs, those are my close friends.
Yeah.
Sylvia Lee Crawford, or what's my other friends' names? I mean, just friends. Those are my girls. They were nice ladies. Go ahead.
But that, we hold ourselves to high standards. Up on my numbers, no. I only have 2 boyfriends.
They wouldn't let you in?
I didn't want to be an AK.
Yeah. She wanted to be a Delta, so no, they didn't let her in.
I was too focused on my studies.
Once again, she's at a 2-year college. They don't even accept 2-year students.
Stop that.
So.
I went to a 4-year school. I went to Baldwin Wallace College.
She didn't make that either.
Don't start. You need to leave all that alone.
Well,
that doesn't matter. It's about competing out there. Once you get enough to get in that door.
She's very competitive, Your Honor.
All right, well then that's what it's going to be.
What I want?
Dana.
You don't have a man.
I do have a boyfriend. I do have a list.
What do you have?
I have a boyfriend. Your boyfriend cheated on you plenty of times. So.
What did he cheat on?
As a matter of fact, Your Honor, your boyfriend owes you thousands and thousands of dollars. You didn't bring him to court, but you're bringing me.
next.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
That's enough. That's right. That's enough, ladies. You all are too dignified, too educated, and too cultivated to be engaging in this type of back and forth. I'm not going to let you do it. All right? So let's get to the loan you're suing her about.
Okay, so she sends me a message asking for the money, said that she had no one else to rely on but me. Me being a good friend and thinking that, she's still good at heart, go ahead and loan her the money. My parents paid for me to go to school. My mom helped me out a lot through school. So I felt it was my duty as a friend to help someone else out because my mother had helped me out. We both came from a public school, didn't have a whole lot. But I felt like, hey, I'm a nurse now. I have the money. Why not help my friend out when she needs a loan? Yeah. So I said, okay, the only way I'll give you this loan is that if you promise me through an email that you'll be able to give me the money by August 1st. And that was August 1st because I was going on vacation with my boyfriend. He's in the Navy now, so I don't see him very often. I wanted to get some going away time with him and be able to see him before he leaves. I still have not seen him yet. So I was like, okay, I'll loan you the money. So I go, and she's like, oh, I'm so happy, jumping up and down. I have the messages from her sending to me.
When was she to repay?
So she initially said she's going to pay me. The message was sent initially June 1st. She said June 11th she would give me the money, and then she said June 19th. But the actual promissory note in the email said August 1st.
You haven't received anything, obviously.
Nothing.
Ma'am?
Okay, yes, she's correct. It does say that. I have all the paperwork from my school saying I'm actually still working on getting that. Actually, my dad, he had filed bankruptcy. We had to reamend the returns. And also, I'm going for independent. So I'm going to be an independent student instead of a dependent student. So basically, the school I had holds on my account. I didn't receive anything to this date.
Where's your degree?
No, Danny, you have a 2-year degree. You have a 2-year degree.
She brought her degree.
Yeah. Thank you.
You can go on the
It don't have your name on it, though.
Whoa.
It don't have your name on this.
Plaintiff Dana Ware was friends with the defendant, and she claims the defendant is promiscuous.
You saying you were depending on your grant?
Yeah, my financial aid loan, yes.
Gotcha, and it didn't come.
And it didn't come through, and I have all the paperwork here to prove that.
Did you tell her that?
Yes, I did tell her that.
And why weren't you understanding of that?
Because she didn't tell me that, Your Honor, until August 1st. No, I'm gonna take that back. She told me maybe June, July-ish, but I had already given her the money.
In June, Dana. Yeah.
But she didn't find out until later.
Yeah, exactly.
But she never brought to my attention, well, maybe I will have the money, maybe I wouldn't. She stated in this email that she would have the money to me August 1st.
When did she state that?
In June.
And
she didn't find out until later.
Exactly.
She told me this June 1st.
And she didn't find
out until June, I'm gonna say 28th, 29th.
Right.
So what more do you want from me?
Yeah, she found out that her means of paying you had been eliminated, so she came and told you, hey, I can't pay you like I said I would.
Your Honor, this is 4 or 5 months of trying to get the money back. But she was going out partying. She went on a Kappa boat ride because our dance coach had seen her out. So she's buying outfits. She's partying.
So she was trying to up her numbers.
Yeah, I was trying to up my numbers. Yeah.
Go ahead.
She's basically spending the money that she could have been giving me. Give me $20 here and there. Give me something. Let me know that you're trying.
That's a good point.
She never actually called me. I had to call her every time. What's the status of the money? I'm looking to get this money. My trip is coming up. So after the trip, I'm like, my trip is passed, what's going on. She never approached me. It was always me calling her first, texting her first, and it got redundant. It got old, and I was just like, you know what?
All right. In the harassment you're countersuing for, how does she owe you for $1,000?
Okay. Well, basically, Your Honor, just like she said, she was always the one calling. I stated to Dana that, the financial aid did not go through. I have all the paperwork here saying that I applied to so many jobs, Your Honor, not to mention Dana knew that I was homeless at the time.
I never knew you were homeless.
That's why I'm suing for harassment. The things that she was doing was just not as a friend.
Such as what?
Basically, she showed up at my apartment unannounced. She called 30, 20,
You
30.
have an apartment. You're a homeless.
Well, yeah. Right. This was just recently, Your Honor.
Oh.
Yeah, she showed up at my apartment, and my sorority sister, she was in the room, and basically, Dana was knocking on the door, and every time she looked out the hole, she wouldn't see Dana, so I don't know.
Before this, and during your close friendship, had she ever shown up unannounced before?
No, ever.
I've been to her house before.
She's into my house plenty of times.
Without calling?
No,
Yeah.
never. Dana,
I've called. I've been here before.
You called, but you never showed up not calling.
You know, I actually called her, Your Honor.
No, but that's my question. Have you ever
never
showed up without calling?
No, she hasn't.
No, but
Okay.
Because my parents don't allow
All
that.
right, so that's nothing she would do ordinarily,
Yes.
right? And so that was something that was extraordinary. Mhm.
Yes, and also,
Your
not
Honor,
only
called
did
her.
well, she called 20, 30 times, but she didn't tell me that she was coming to the apartment.
She never answered the phone.
Because I didn't have the phone, Dana.
Someone sent the message saying,
Which was my sorority sister. Okay.
She lost the phone. She would give it back to her on Monday. But yeah,
Yeah, my sorority sister, I left it.
She texted the next day
Well,
stating
ma'am,
that.
if she calls you 30 times and then you have your phone, it didn't bother you.
Well, yeah, you're right, Your Honor. That day it didn't, but it was. You're correct. That day it didn't, but she did it so much. I told her that, you know, the money didn't go through and that I was working hard. Like I said before, I was applying to jobs. I have all the emails to all the jobs. I was homeless. I was going through a lot. She was calling every day. Like, what more do you want? Do you want me to get on the phone and say, "Hey, Dana, I'm still waiting"? Not to mention, I have a minute.
Talk to her. Perhaps she wouldn't have called every day had you spoken to her.
Every day, though.
Your Honor, I spoke to her plenty of times. I had the amended returns. And I mean, I was trying to be a friend to Dana. I went above and beyond to get her this money. I amended my return. I had my father amend his return to get her this money.
And what happened?
It's like, I have it right here. Basically, you claimed that you needed it for your trip.
Right.
Then your trip passed. Then you needed it for school, but you're in school.
Whatever she needed for is her money.
Yeah, it's her money. It's her money, but
1,500 is your judgment. Your claim is dismissed.
Nothing.
There was never a friendship at all.
It was a friendship, and
No,
she
it
was
wasn't.
a manipulator, a moocher.
She's a liar. She's jealous. She's just mad because I have more than what she has.
She's
she
adopted.
claims that
What
she
does she
has.
have, really?
Okay, what does that have to do with anything? That shows that I'm better than you because I work for
I'm a
myself.
nurse. What
Your
are you?
parents. Okay, what do you mean?
I'm a nurse.
I'm
What are you?
gonna have a medical doctor. How about that? I'm gonna have a medical degree. Clearly,
You got C's in school. How do you be a doctor?
Excuse me, I have over 3.0 GPA. 3.0 GPA, Jana.
Okay,
Come on,
well,
get
I'm
on
a
my
nurse.
level.